So already my New Year's ending, for lack of a better term, pretty craptastically, because when I was originally recording my New Year's Eve video, I had hit the start over button by mistake, and it would have made for kind of a funny blooper had it uploaded anyway, or had the start over caught whatever, but when I hit the start over button by mistake, I was like, oh shit. So of course, no pun intended. Well, okay, pun intended, but you could say that my year really is ending craptastically, especially when I'm, for lack of a better term, cussing like a sailor. Anyway, this year was definitely a huge year for me, and for one thing, I definitely learned how to do my own makeup better. Of course, I'll eventually learn to keep my hair out of my face without a ponytail. And also this year, wait a minute, maybe we got this here, and hopefully this doesn't make me look like too much of an idiot. And one of the things too that I also really learned this year was that I have been extremely affected by verbal abuse, and that verbal abuse really does reign in our culture, unfortunately. And not only have I been so affected by verbally abused that it is what it is, but I have unfortunately engaged in verbal abuse many times, and so I really learned that there's a lot of ways that I could work on myself, and a lot of ways that I could work on hopefully helping to change the culture. And by the way, I'm adjusting this microphone because I know it looks like crap, and I know it makes me look like an idiot. And I mean, unfortunately, that's the phrase that I found myself using a lot. Even at physical therapy, I found myself thinking a lot, come on, idiot. And it's just something that I need to really work on, not verbally abusing myself as much, and certainly not verbally abusing others. And also, speaking of verbal abuse and all that, one of the men who tremendously affected my life because I've learned who not to be like, my granddad, he finally passed, and hopefully this means that the truth will come out. And while I hope that things will be better between me and my granddad, and maybe things will reconcile, I even said that it might take Jack Zarnecki's passing for the truth to come out. And then I got where I basically stood with my granddad when he went ahead and listed my stepsisters in his obituary, more importantly to me. And funny thing is, I did keep that Wikipedia entry on there. And I'm going to go view the history real quick. Wow. So, let's see. Yep, they definitely kept that information, and I think Wikipedia actually finds what I contributed useful for once. And of course, that was the year too that I learned that Wikipedia is really getting into trouble again. Let's see. They want to keep Wikipedia ad-free again. They're having one of their fundraisers again. So I'm learning that things do happen in time eventually, that vengeance will be the Lord's. And I learned this year too that some people had really been, well, of course for Pop-Pop, because the way he hurt me and the way he hurt others, and then what happened with his mom, and also people who were hurting me particularly this year, like more directly. I mean, as if Pop-Pop hadn't hurt me and others directly in the past and what have you, but I finally saw that God does have vengeance when he has vengeance, and two of the people that had vengeance gotten on are none other than Toby and Crystal Keith. And I found, because I could read you the Wikipedia entry, and I had said her chart, her Billboard chart thing, I used a different entry for the Wikipedia chart thing. And if you look on Wikipedia, so here's what's happening. It says that one of her singles didn't even chart, according to the chart that they're using. And I'm sitting there going, all I did was point out, by the way, the peak position on US Heat was 12. You would think that'd be better for Toby Keith's daughter, but lo and behold, she didn't do so well. And now Toby Keith's getting into a flap for banning guns in a Virginia restaurant when, of all places, Virginia should have concealed carry because they had the Virginia Tech shootings, they had the sniper shootings, and anything could have happened in 2013. So it's clear that Toby Keith and Crystal Keith as well did not learn from history. That history was clear to repeat itself, and that, as the old saying goes, what goes around comes around, and if you treat people like crap, you will get, well, for lack of a better term, you will get crap back. And also, I had my ITB pump surgery, and that also kind of goes on vengeance, because some of the doctors had said that I would never be able to walk and talk and write or do anything else. And by God's grace, I was able to show them that I could do everything else, and I'm almost a college graduate now, God willing. I just have to get in that paper, and God willing, if my history grade comes in, I could show them that I made it. And I have tried to be more positive, but of course it's backfired on me a little bit. So, as a person at physical therapy said, I gotta be a realistic optimist. And so I'll see what 2014 holds, and I could go on and on and on, but the last video was 14 minutes. This video is like, well, it's going to be about 7 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, and the time is now 7:45. So technically I've been boring you, and it's 7 minutes and 3 seconds, and it's 7:45. So technically I've been boring you since 7:38 or 7:37. And so I don't want to bore you too much, but I want to wish you a Happy New Year. And again, I could go on and on and on, but I think you get the point by now. And I'm probably also going to do a blog entry, because if you want to see specifics that happen in my year and other events that happen in the year, because I do remember some general events, it just shows you that a lot can happen over 365 or 366 days. And I'm going to actually check my calendar right now. And what we have here, and let's see what next year looks like, because I'm just wondering if it's going to be a leap year or what have you. And, oh, I was trying to figure out where the calendar is. And options, go to date. So let's go to February 1st, 2013. We can go to February 31st. What? Give me a break. Oh, that's because February doesn't have 31 days. I forgot. We had the 28th in February this year, so I hope the next year is going to be a leap year. Let's go ahead and see. Go to date, and I figured out that obviously I'm not a mathematician either, and that's probably... Let's see. I'll just go to February 21st, 2014. Let's see if this next year is going to be a leap year. And no leap year. And anyway, so we'll see what 2014 holds. And oh, this is also, as far as I know, the year that I was finally diagnosed with ADD, and I was able to get some meds for that. And you can see that I still have ADD, obviously, because I'm distracted all over the place and what have you, but my OCD is still raging, so. And anyway, I think I've gone on and on and on, but I wish you a Happy New Year, and I wish you a better 2013, and I can only hope that my 2013 will be better than my 2014. And how long have I been boring you here? Let's see, 9:45 and 7:48. Oh, it just changed. Wait a minute. Just changed to. My glasses are dirty too. It just changed to. No, it didn't just change. it's still 7:48. So I've been boring you since about 7:38. So it's 10 minutes 5 seconds. So anyway, Happy New Year, and I apologize for boring you. And I'm gonna put a link in the blog entry, and well, in a link in the blog entry. I meant a link in the description, and because I said that there's other events that I could list, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to list some of the events that I mentioned here in this video too, and as I said, I've been boring you. Sorry to end your year on a boring note, and Happy New Year, and there you go.